Hadzabe, Tanzania. The Hadzabe are a hunter-gatherer tribe from north-central Tanzania and possibly the only remaining nomadic group in East Africa. There have been attempts to colonize the Hadza since the first European encounter in the late 19th century through several separate Tanzanian administrations. Since most of these attempts have been unsuccessful, the Hadza continue to live much like their predecessors did hundreds of years ago. In the Hadzabe, there is no formal structure of authority or social stratification, and children are raised in a cooperative environment. 2. Hamar, Ethiopia. The Hamar are a people who live in the rich Hamar Valley in southwest Ethiopia. They are a pastoral group with a high regard for cattle in their culture. They can be immediately identified by the numerous multicolored beads, necklaces, and bracelets adorning their bodies, as well as by their peculiar hairstyles, which involve curling their hair with a mixture of alkali and butter. The ritual weeping of women by their husbands to demonstrate their devotion, and the initiation ceremony of boys jumping over balls to be allowed to marry are controversial customs. 3. Himba, Namibia. The Kunene region of Namibia is home to the Himba tribe, who are pastoralists and hunters. Okuroro, a holy fire that represents their kinship with their ancestors, lies at the heart of their tradition. Their ladies, with their crimson-tinged complexions and thick, red hair, are largely responsible for their iconic position. 4. Karo, Ethiopia. On the banks of the Omo River in southern Ethiopia, the Karo tribe resides. They are renowned for their skillful body and face painting, creating some pretty dramatic body arts by mixing white chalk, charcoal, yellow rock, and iron ore. The tribe also engages in a rite known as sacrification, which involves cutting oneself with a knife or a razor to gradually raise their scaring patterns. 5. Masai, Kenya and Tanzania. The Masai are one of the most well-known tribes in Africa, and they inhabit Kenya and Tanzania along the semi-arid Great Rift Valley. These vast homelands are close to many of Africa's best wildlife parks. Though the tribe frequently interacts with visitors from other countries, the Masai are a group of warriors who can trace their origins to Sudan's northern Great Rift Valley. The tribe currently lives a semi-nomadic lifestyle and herds cattle, which they consider to be gifts from the sky god Ngai, who they believe brought them to earth on a leather tongue. 6. San Bushmen, Kenya. One of the oldest tribes in the world and the original inhabitants of South Africa is the San. They created some of the thousands of years old rock and cave arts that has been discovered around the area. Today, there are over 100,000 of their descendants living in 7 different nations. The San are known for their exceptional tracking abilities, and they have the knowledge and equipment necessary to hunt and survive in the deserts of southern Africa. The distinct clicking sound they make when speaking makes them instantly recognizable. 7. Samburu, Kenya. The Masai, who live over the border in south, are closely connected to the Samburu. They roam in isolated dry locations in search of pastures and are semi-nomadic. Women dress in blue or purple, while men don robes that resemble Scottish kilts and are either black or pink. They have a genotocracy, a form of government in which the oldest members of society serve as the ruling class. 8. Southern Ndebele, South Africa. The northernmost provinces of South Africa, Gauteng, Limpopo, and Mpumalanga, are home to the Southern Ndebele tribe. The thing that spells or curses an outside power imposed on a person at the root of illness. Their houses are furnished with eye-catching, colorful geometric motifs. 9. Xhosa, South Africa. One of the major ethnic groups in South Africa is the Xhosa, who have their ancestral homes in the Eastern Cape Province, a region covered in forest in the country's southeast. After Zulu, the Xhosa language is the second most widely spoken in South Africa. The Xhosa, who strongly believe in Inzuduku, are aware the concept of Ubuntu, that is basically humanity towards others, originates at least in part. The Izundunku is more significant than a person's name as a part of their Xhosa identity. When two strangers first meet, they exchange their Inzuduku before introducing themselves. And Zulu, South Africa. A warrior tribe that originated in the East Africa is the Zulu. They are one of the biggest tribes on the continent and the largest ethnic group in South Africa. Under King Shakar's direction, the Zulu ethnic group expanded into a powerful empire in the early 19th century, earning a reputation for being dreadful that is still recognized today. By regularly offering sacrifices to ancestral spirits, the Zulu maintain strong ties to their cultural past. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and leave a comment.